this afternoon. Um, Called it an early day at the White House today. It started thundering and lightning, and of course, naturally, they closed the park down because last year we had three people to actually die from being struck by lightning in Lafayette Park, standing under the tree. So now, the first sign of thunder, they get everybody out of the park now. But this is what I want to know, man. Why are you afraid to help someone become successful? Why does that make you afraid? Why are you fearful of that? That's what's going on, Edward. Why are you afraid? What is it about you helping someone become a success? Intimidates you. Why is that intimidating? And and the reason I'm asking this question is because in order for a message to be successful, somebody's going to have to back it financially for it to become a success. And see, and this is what people don't understand. See, you can tell me till the cows come home, you agree with my message. But yet, if you don't help support it financially, your agreement is worthless. It doesn't mean anything whatsoever. It's just something to say. It's the politically correct thing to say. I agree with your message. And that's supposed to satisfy backing it financially. And isn't it interesting, man? I'm talking about good people are afraid to back a positive message financially they agree with. They agree with it and they're still scared. Why? Does it have anything to do with this? What is it? Why are you still afraid? Why you don't want to speak? I, you know, I sit down in front of the White House, and it amazes me how many people are afraid to speak to me. And I'm sitting right in front of the police. I keep telling y'all, see, a lot of people don't realize how successful I have been getting this message, stop hating each other because you disagree, all over the world. Sitting right there in front of the White House. Most people, when I tell people I got that message all over the world, they take that for granted. But right now, now the troublemakers ain't no, they ain't scared at all. They ain't scared. The one that's trying to divide us. But I got people, man, that agree with me. But yet, they ain't gonna support me financially. They ain't gonna do, they ain't gonna lift one finger to help this message be a success. And they agree with it. But they can't help it be successful. Because they don't know what I would do with the money if I became successful. Ain't that something? I'm out here with a positive message, with positive actions, and yet you suspicious about what I would do with the money. That's what, and I got to tell you, since that's just your suspicion, probably the best thing for you to do is to keep your money. Because 9 times out of 10, it ain't something you want somebody to have anyway. Because they got to jump through too many hoops to get to you. So you ain't trying to be available no way. And that's just the reality of the matter. But I'm just still trying to figure out, man, why people are so hesitant about making someone else a success. Why is that such a bad thing? I tell people, listen, I'm out here to entertain you, to get some of your money. What I do, this is my side hustle. When I sit in front of that White House, man, that's my side hustle. My real hustle is DCBlackTours.com. So when my tours are not popping, man, I go to my side hustle. Stop hating each other because you disagree. Just like you work a part-time job, if you need some extra money, I come up with another idea to create some revenue. That's what I do. And yet, you know, I'm a con artist. I'm a white supremacist. Because I try to pull myself up by my bootstraps. See, I go in this big old head and try to pull something out that I can survive off of. So I ain't got to lie. I ain't got to deceive. I ain't got to cheat. I ain't got to steal. Because I'm using my creativity. And it's amazing that a lot of people will come to the White House, they'll enjoy my music, they'll dance to my music, but yet they don't feel obligated that they need to make a donation to it. But they get what they want. But yet, when it comes down to me getting what I want, now you got a problem. Where the money gonna go? And look at me. I'm sitting in a hotel 2 days before my 70th birthday, January the 17th. My birthday is January the 19th. I got evicted. Praise God I landed in this hotel. Because I could have been sleeping in my car, miserable. So, you know, what is it that makes you so hesitant about helping someone be a success? Why is that such a difficult task for you? Why is that so difficult to help someone else be a success? And that's what it's all about, helping each other. And right now, people look at helping you like you getting something for nothing. And that's farthest from the truth. So if you want to see change, you're gonna have to be it. If you want to see some success, you're gonna have to be it. Well, see, I'm glad you put that up, Edward. We talking about $1. It ain't like you pouring thousands of dollars into my life. We talking about $1. You can't part with $1 because you don't know what I might do with the money. Think about that. $1. And you can't part with that to help a message that you agree with become successful. Now, if I got a positive message and that's what elevates me, how can I take a positive message to elevate myself and then turn around and do a negative activity from that elevation? I'll destroy myself because I wasn't honest. See, I elevated myself pretending to be positive. And then once I got that elevation, I turned around to a negative behavior. See, and that's just like getting one bite at the apple. Don't you think if I can get this successful, that I go back in some of them other ideas I got to see can I elevate them as well? I told y'all, listen, in 2000, that's me, the African tabletop, first of its kind in the world, right here, in 2000. And here I am 23 years later. I got my own dinnerware line ready to go. This was somebody else's dinnerware line. It wasn't mine. I just liked the idea. And now I got my own line ready to go. And you're wondering what I would do with the money. So I got stuff ready to go. See, most folk that are in the position that I'm in, like right now, that's living in a hotel, they ain't got nothing that can be potentially a rags to riches story for them, where they can, get a windfall from their idea. Most folk don't have an idea that they can get a windfall from, that they can develop from, that they can use as a stream of income. I got my True Conductor brand. I got my DC Black Tours. I got my Hop On Hop Off shuttle. And I got my dinnerware line. All four of them, and the tours all are up and running. Okay? I can launch my Hop On Hop Off shuttle. I can launch my True Conductor brand. And I can launch my dinnerware brand. My dinnerware, that's four streams of income right there. And that's not counting the other things that the branches that it's going to create. See, because this, let me show y'all. Get a picture of my dishes. See, this dinnerware right here, shit, it's cocaine everywhere. It's cocaine on Capitol Hill. It's cocaine on Capitol Hill. And see, all this is going to do is now increase surveillance. See, because for somebody to be able to bring some drugs in the White House and nobody see who put it there, you can cool believe wherever this happened at, they're going to have some cameras. If they ain't put the cameras up, they're going to put them up. They're going to find out. They're going to find out who it was. They're going to find out. And it'll never happen again in the White House. All this is doing is just increasing surveillance. That's all that did, was gave them an excuse to put up some more cameras. Because chances are, wherever this was found, probably wasn't no cameras there to record it. And they're going to change that. They're going to change it. See, there's drugs in the White House. There's prostitution in the White House. You don't think prostitution is in the White House? I mean, seriously, you don't think prostitution is in the White House? Of course it is. But you don't run in them circles. See, you ain't in that circle. You don't know nothing about that. And it's all there. So I'm not surprised that they found drugs in the White House. That don't surprise me. Not one bit. And isn't it interesting? The man that put so many black men in jail for drugs, some drugs found in his White House. They ain't found none in Obama's White House. See, if this was Obama and they found some cocaine, oh, hell no. What? Man, they hit the roof. But this Joe Biden, the author of the crime bill that put so many black men in jail for drugs, and both of his kids are drug addicts. Both of his kids, his daughter and his son, are drug addicts. And Joe Biden was the author of the crime bill that put so many black men, the 3 strikes you're out, Joe Biden. He's Joe Biden. And now you find cocaine in his White House. How ironic is that? how ironic. The man that authored the crime bill against drugs, and you find some drugs in his White House. So that goes to tell you right there, they pretended. Things ain't what they saying. See, you got to pay attention to what they talking about. Because they'll tell you what you want to hear. They ain't telling you what they doing. They telling you what they want you to hear or what they want you to believe. And that might not be the truth. That's what I think. That's what I think. And it's gonna be some more stuff that can come out in that Biden White House. That ain't gonna be pretty. There's some more stuff gonna come up, man. And it's gonna be ugly. Okay? So why is it you're afraid to make someone successful? Why is it? Seriously, why is it? What is you afraid of about helping someone else be successful? And you know what the sad part about? People should actually absolutely, he got tons of skeletons in his closet, man. Listen, y'all. Listen. Trust me when I tell y'all this. They know Joe Biden is not physically capable, mentally capable of handling a second term because his mind not always there. And it's deteriorating worse and worse. And believe me, they're looking for an off-ramp for him right now as we speak. They're looking for an off-ramp for Joe Biden. They're looking for an off-ramp for him, man. Because they know a second term is a disaster. Not only is it a disaster, nobody likes his VP pick. So they're going to get their ass kicked. I don't care who running against them. They're going to get their ass kicked. And the best thing Joe Biden could have done was to say, you know what, man? I just want one term. Give me one term. And I'm done. I'm not running for reelection. I got one term. Let me get this one term. Because you've been vice president. You got that on your resume. So all you need is president on your resume. The fuck you gonna do in 4 more years? Except get more senile. I mean, if the truth be told, your health is just gonna deteriorate in 4 more years. You don't have the stamina to keep up this. You ain't got it. So they're looking for, they're looking for an off-ramp for Biden, and they're looking for an off-ramp for Trump. See, Trump ain't got that fear that people used to have of him. He used to be Mike Tyson. He ain't Mike Tyson no more. See, because all of these court cases and all done knocked him on his ass. See, he's human now. And people ain't afraid of him like they used to. Man, one time, shit, Mike Tyson, people get in the ring and look at him and be scared. And it was over in 1 round. That's how scared they was. Mike came in there, and that's the way Trump was, man. He'd come in there and beat up on somebody so bad, and in 1 round, they done. He ain't got that no more. He ain't got that kind of juice no more. It's blood in the water. And they know it's blood in the water. And right now, they looking for an off-ramp, because they circling the boat on him, buddy. They circling the boat on him. And it's going to be, and see, and this is why sometimes you need to keep your mouth shut. Okay? Trump ain't no Muhammad Ali. Buster Douglas knocked Mike Tyson on. When Buster Douglas knocked Mike Tyson on his ass, he wasn't the same since. He wasn't the same. He was not the same. And every court case Trump has had, he's been knocked on his ass. He got so many fires, so many irons in the fire right now. Okay? What's going on, Gamer? That he don't know which one to pull out. And he don't know what other irons they already got in the fire waiting for his ass. They got some more shit for him. You see, but I'm telling y'all, they looking for an off-ramp for Biden, and they're looking for an off-ramp for Trump. They're going to move past them two. They're going to move past them two, because them two ain't going to do nothing but divide America even further. So it's time to get rid of them. You know, see, United States is the bird. Democrat, Republican are the wings. Isn't it interesting? The left wing trying to destroy the right wing. The right wing trying to destroy the left wing. What the fuck you think gonna happen to the bird? Think about that. What's going on, Boxer? What's gonna happen to the bird? If one wing destroyed, because a bird can't fly with one wing. Let me say that again. See, a bird can't fly with one wing. Bird needs two wings to fly. Not three. A bird needs two wings to fly. And if you got one wing that's fighting against the other, that bird is doomed. And the United States of America is the bird. And we got one wing of the bird trying to destroy the other wing of the bird. What the fuck you think gonna happen to us? And that's the problem. See, we ain't electing people that's trying to say, man, how can we work together to make this thing to fly right so we can soar? Right now, we can't soar because we can, as Americans, can't work together. Americans don't know how to work together. And then you always got your fucking chest punched out, poked out, like you big shit. And y'all can Americans can't even fucking work together. Right now, America is prime to be invaded. Somebody could invade America right now and be successful because Americans are divided. They would start helping the enemy invade our own country. No, it's not. So if we the same bird, how you gonna destroy one of the other wings? How the bird gonna fly? And then if you want another analogy, the east side of the tree don't see the same thing as the north, east, west, or south side of the tree see. But they all on the same tree. Front side of the tree don't see what the back side see. The side of the tree don't see what the front and back see. So everybody, but we all a part of the same tree. And yet we can't get along. We all a part of the same tree. And we can't get along. And every tree got a different view. Every tree has a different view. You don't see limbs fighting each other, trying to destroy each other, do you? On trees. And they got different viewpoints. They don't fight each other. Why is it that because we got different, you know, I've been talking about people in divorce court that fight each other, people in child support court that fight each other, people in probate court fighting over wills at each other. And you know what I miss? Sports. Look at the sports fanatics that won't speak to each other because they disagree over sports. Over sports. Pour some race and politics on top of that. And look at what you got. Okay? Look at what you got. And they can't agree over sports. We divided. Shit, look at some of these soccer games, man. How they kill each other. Because they hate each other. Because they disagree. See? See, we don't talk about that. See, we don't talk about all of the things that are dividing us. And then pour some race and politics on top of that, you got a lethal explosion. And ain't nobody out here talking about this kind of stuff but me. But yet, Everybody's scared to help me be successful. They're scared to help me be a success with this message. But they agree with me, but I can't support you financially. And I told you, man, I got shit sitting. I see most folk ain't got no ideas ready to hit the ground running. I got ideas ready to hit the ground running all around the world. See, folk ain't never entertained the people in sports that hate each other. Won't even speak. Football teams, baseball teams, soccer teams, boxing, basketball. Got people won't even speak to each other. I know here in D.C., it was the Redskin Cowboy rivalry. And folk have gotten killed over that game. Washington, the Redskins, well, it's the Washington Commanders now. But it used to be the Redskins and Cowboys. And folk have gotten killed over that game. Pour some race and politics on top of that. See, we're not addressing the everyday things that divide us. See, that's what we're not addressing. That's what's keeping us divided. Because we're not dealing with the everyday things that keep us divided. People don't think about them. People don't consider them. All they see is race and politics. That's all they see. And actually, that's the game plan. To keep you focused on race and politics. So you can't figure this shit out. You ain't supposed to figure out, oh wow, man, if we could just eliminate some of the little bitty things that we disagree with, maybe we can get to the big stuff. But people don't even want to start. They don't even want to start. They cool. True conductor. What's a true conductor? What kind of organization is that? That's my brand. Don't I look like a conductor? That's just my brand. That's my brand. And how many people you know can take a look and make it a brand? Think about that, y'all. How many people you know that have taken a look and made it a brand? And people want to know what you up to. What is the true conductor? Nothing but a messenger from God. See, listen, ladies and gentlemen. This is how you know. This is how you will know an idea is for you. Ideas come to you in pieces. They ain't gonna come to you in the whole thing because you won't be able to handle that. So it's gonna come to you in pieces. And if an idea is for you, when it presents itself, surely behind it presenting itself is a definition. If it's for you. No idea that you get and is not gonna you're gonna be able to define it. You're gonna have a definition for it. What do you mean? So like I have guerrilla warfare marketing. When I first heard that Trump got elected, I went down to the Trump's International Hotel, which was the old post office pavilion. Matter of fact, let me show you this. Let me show you, because I got the picture. I got the picture. I remember taking a picture that night. And Um, and all I heard was guerrilla warfare marketing. That's all I heard. That's all I heard was guerrilla warfare marketing. And at the time, I didn't have a definition for it. I just heard guerrilla warfare marketing. And shortly after that, the definition came: free marketing when the world is watching. That's guerrilla warfare marketing. Free marketing when the world is watching. That's guerrilla warfare marketing. You see? So when I heard the name Truth Conductor, everybody used to tell me I looked like a conductor. I, in 2020, my wife was back in the Philippines, and um, we didn't see the pandemic coming. And I thought in 2019, when she went back, that I'd be able to go over there and get her. Then the pandemic came, and I was really missing my wife. And we used to sit in this park over in Southeast DC, Fort DuPont. And I went back to the very spot where we used to sit and talk. And all I heard was Truth Conductor. And I'm sitting in my car, and when I heard just a little small boy, Truth Conductor, I was like, whoa, wow. That just was my reaction. When I was like, whoa, wow. And I picked my phone up. I said, man, let me see if this domain name is available. And it was available, and I bought it. Didn't have a definition. But it hit me so because everybody told me, you look like a conductor. And let me show you something, y'all. Let me show you. At the time, this was the hat that I was wearing. When I built my brand in this hat. This is the hat. Look how it's worn, man. Look how it's faded. This is the original Truth Conductor hat right here. I told my daughter, don't you throw it. Don't you throw this away. This is valuable. This gonna be a collector's item right here. This hat is gonna be a collector's item because it's the original Truth Conductor hat. All right? You see the difference? You can see. Look at the difference. This hat's almost 20 years old. This is the original Truth Conductor hat. Okay? All my ideas. And this is my thinking hat. All my ideas that I came up with. Man, I was wearing this hat right here. This is the hat I was wearing. All right? Oh, by the way, I got an email today, and July the 13th is when I'm going to be on the Jesse Lee Peterson's podcast on the 13th of July. It's going to be in the evening, and it's an hour long, and my life ain't going to be the same. My life ain't going to be the same. Ain't going to be the same. Ain't going to be the same. Because one thing my grandmama always told me, said, baby, and this is just how she told me. First time my grandmama told me, she said, baby, when you know them fuckers looking at you, you give them something to see. That's just how my grandmama said it. And I said, what you say, Grandma? Carl, what did you say? She said, when you know them fuckers looking at you, you give them something to see. And I've been heeding that advice, man. I'm 70 years old. And I still heed that advice. You looking at me? I'm going to give your ass something to see. I ain't worried about you looking. I want you to look because I want you to talk about what I'm doing. So since you're gonna talk about me, let me give you something to see. And that's what y'all afraid of. Y'all afraid to give people something to see because you worried about your haters. Don't worry about your haters, man. Give them something to see so they got something to talk about. That's all you got to do. Give them something to talk about. Okay? Man, listen. Nothing can be successful if you don't help it. Nothing can be successful if you don't help it. And not just my message, any positive message that you see out there that you agree with, man, support it financially. Give that person a chance. And isn't it interesting that folk would rather make assumptions about what I'm gonna do before they give me a chance to do it? Well, I can't give you no money because I don't know what you'll do with it. Why don't you give me a chance? For all you people that say, I don't know what you'll do with the money if I give you some money, give me a chance. And in the interest, I can come and ask you for a chance, and you're still scared. You're still scared. And I think I got enough on my resume right now to show you if I was going to do something stupid, I'm 70 years old. Don't you think I would have done it by now? Don't you don't you think I would have if I was going to get out here and do something stupid? Don't you think it would have done happen right now that in my resume, my track record, stupid would be back in there somewhere? I keep telling people, one of the easiest things in the world in the black community to do is be a drug dealer. You need some money in the black community, sell some dope. You get it just like that. Just like that. And that's just a reality. And if I wanted to, I could have been one of the biggest weed sellers in DC. If I wanted to. But I ain't trying to cheat. I'm trying to do mine the right way, man. I'm trying to get mine out of here. Instead of doing something I got to look over my shoulder for. See, all my ideas coming out of here. I ain't got to look over my shoulder for that. You think I got to be worried about the police producing dinnerware? You think I got to be worried about the police if I'm doing my tours? You think I got to be worried about the police if I launch my True Conductor brand? I ain't got to look over my shoulder for none of this. And these are streams of income. And I ain't got to look over my shoulder for it. That's all I've been trying to get people to see. And I got the resume to show you. Man, I started in D.C. matter of fact, let me show you. I started in D.C. as a street vendor. That's what I started as, a street vendor in D.C. I'm probably the only civilian in Washington, D.C. that has, let's see something, hold on a second. Let me do it like this. Let me do this like this. Let me show y'all something. Let me do it like this. Boom, boom, boom. There's my wife right there. There's my wife. Everybody been saying they want to see my. There's my wife right there. That's my wife. Okay, that's my wife right there. Just so y'all can see, that's my wife. My wife is a professional woman. She ain't no hoochie. That's my wife. That's my wife right there. Now, what was I looking for? I was telling you I was a street vendor. Um, let me show you. Where that picture at? Da-da-da. That's how I started out, man. I started out in D.C. as a street vendor. Them guys that be selling ice water down at the White House. I started that trend in D.C. I'm the original ice water man. And they don't even realize who they dealing with. I could right now put them out of business, put all of them out of business. I put them out of business. Put them out of business. I sure would. But, what I try to do now, man, is elevate myself with some more ideas. To try to grow. To try to have a solution. To try to be proactive rather than reactive. You know, you got a whole lot of people now that are just reactive. See, here it is. Vendor versus the police again. Man, them guys used to wear. Hold on, let me make sure. I hope that's clearer. Let's see. Is that clear? Yes. See, and this was, let me show you. Let me show you. Look at the date on this. Look at the date on this. Look at the date. December the 24th, 1992. You see the date on this? December the 24th, 1992. Okay? And that's me. It's Vendor versus the police again. Because I thought I was against the injustice. And I'm the only civilian in D.C. that has fought corruption in the police department. And some cops actually went to jail. I'm the only one. The only one that can make that claim in D.C. But I'm clout chasing. I'm clout chasing. And I'm the only person, civilian, that has fought corruption in the police department, and some jokers went to jail. But I'm clout chasing. And that was back in 92. And in 94, I ran for mayor of D.C. So I've always been outspoken, y'all. I didn't just start this. I've always been this way. I would speak my mind. Unfortunately, a lot of folk don't appreciate that. You know, the Hebrew Israelites, the black Hebrew Israelites were down in front of the White House yesterday talking shit and demonizing white people. And I asked them, how is it that you can demonize white people and you got a man born from a white woman in your group? He don't care about his mama? He don't care about you demonizing his mama? I mean, think about that. And that's the kind of stuff you got to deal with. That's the kind of stuff you have to deal with, man. You know? So stop being scared, y'all. Get somebody a chance. Get behind them. Give them a chance to be positive. Then, if they don't, you can say, I tried that, but it didn't work. But right now, you don't have anybody out here trying to unite people. And y'all scared to give somebody a chance. And see, and listen, I'm not going to, right is right and wrong is wrong. I don't care who you are. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And I'm going to call you out if you're wrong. That's what I'm going to do. If you're wrong, you're wrong. And I'm going to call you out. And a lot of folk are afraid to call people out because they're wrong. See, it might be your friend, might be your significant other, but if they're wrong, they're wrong. Okay? So, only thing I can ask, man, stop being afraid. Give somebody a chance. Give somebody a chance. Why are you afraid to give somebody a chance? It should be the question, why are you afraid to give somebody a chance? And ain't no place safe. But you don't want to give nobody a chance. All right? And I see y'all.